Hello and welcome back. This is Ego Startups, and we have been on a series that I titled "Programming with Programming Made Easy with Cloud AI." Right now, previously we worked on the building an expense system, right? And it was quite interesting. We deployed it, we built it, deployed it in our local server. And as you can see here on the screen, this is the final work that came out of that project. And you know what? This alone was just built in less than 30 minutes, right? So altogether, we had about an hour plus, building the entire system. There are times we had to rebuild, right? So that was just not made it. And as usual, you just have to do that because the first, the second, and possibly the third might not give you exactly what you want. This is the fourth, I believe. So when you build the first one, it certainly may not give you what you want. It's not as though it's not as though it will give you something, it will give you something to even post. But when you talk about the interface, which is this dashboard you are seeing, you may not get it in the first instance, right? You may need to read it again and then until you get something what you really want. Okay, so in this video we are going to be looking at invoice system, right? But before I go into that, I also want to let us know that this very expense system has also been deployed online on GitHub, so you can download it. You can download it and deploy it in your system. And if you have any, if you want to use it, all you just need to do is modify the script. The SQL is there, the DB files are there. Just modify the script and integrate into your system. Okay, so I integrated into my system, and let me see if it's open here. Yeah, that is it. This okay, no, not this one. The POS we're going to talk about today, sorry, the invoice we're going to work on today, I've also deployed it into my system, and this was built a month ago. I built this a month ago, right? Now the core modification I did here was to change this table. I use data table while they use a normal table here. Then I also changed I modified this part, as you can see here. So my interface is using the CSS of my application, right? While theirs remain. Okay, so let's dive in right now into building this system. But please note that we may not get exactly what we have here, right? We may not get exactly what we have here because this expense system is completely new, higher than what I have in my own application, right? I don't know if it's going to run. My expense, hope is there. Now, this is the final work I got in mind when I was running my own expense system. Is in the system is the raw is in my local server, but this is the final. As you can see, I also used my data table here. But from what I've done, I've tested this using my own table, and it gave me what I want. So I'm going to integrate it into my system, right? I'm going to integrate this into my application. Basically, what I'm going to integrate is just the title bar, the data labels, these 4 items here. Every item, possibly, I already have these ones here. I already have these ones. Let me move this to this place. I already have the table. Although I love this, but I'll find a way to create it in there, right? But now let's dive into what we have today. What we have today is how to build this. And like again, to those of us that are new, we are using ClaudeAI. ClaudeAI is quite an interesting AI. As you can see, it's a privacy-first AI that helps you create in confidence, and they are quite good, right? They are quite good. It's a next generation AI assistant built by Anthropic and trained to be safe, accurate, and secure to help you do your best work, right? And I've used it to build a number of features and modules. All of that I mentioned in the part 1 of our series, Programming Made Easy with ClaudeAI. So now let's dive in by loading I'm not using the browser version of Claude. I'm using this one, which is the offline version. And I have thrown in our script already, right? But I'm tempted to reduce quite a number of stuff here, so it will give us, it will reduce the work to be done. So I'm going to remove a few stuff here. Here I said create a simple bootstrap. No, I'll call it Invoice now. Invoice. Whatever is CPOS, I change to Invoice. Invoice system to insert data into database. Create bootstrap. Because if I don't change this to Invoice, it will assume it to in its mind. This was trained, so it has the mindset of its perception concerning POS and the mindset concerning Invoice. So I have to change them all to Invoice. So reading it will appreciate it to be an Invoice. Okay, so yeah, create bootstrap HTML from form to input customer ID. Customer ID. No, customer details. Let's change this to customer details. Customer detail. Date sold. Invoice number. Item. Let's change this to item price, quantity, and total. Right? Now, item, price, quantity, and total will be stored in sale invoice items. Invoice items. Invoice item table. Include add row. Yeah, include add row button to add additional row. Add text area. Yeah. Add text area for remarks. Add a subtotal, tax, discount, the discount amount, and grant total. Now, why I mentioned discount amount here is if I just put it discount, it may give me percentage, right? So, like it may want me to put discount percentage. So I've tried it before. I just put discount and in the box. For example, this box here, where you have let me see. I don't know what happened. Let me see that. Okay, here, right? Yeah. If I don't put amount and then I want to, when it generates, it will make this in percentage instead of normal number. So that's why I had to put discount amount, right? So just to let you know. And then grand total box to sum up the total values. Subtotal, tax, discount amount, and grand total will be stored in the sales. So I will change on to invoice table, right? Now I'm being precise because these are the fields I've already developed I've already created in my table. So if you want the system to give you exactly the same field each time you run the prompt again, make sure you give it your own table names. Make sure you give it your own table, your own column names, table column names, right? That's why I'm mentioning my own. So if probably the first one didn't give me what I want and I want to repeat it again, I'll do that, and it will still use the column names I've already given to it. I've already assigned. Else it will maybe the first one it gives a different column name, second one it gives you a different column names, and you can't be changing all the time, right? So it's important you note that. Now get the data using Ajax method and send to PHP to insert. Insert all data. Insert all data into the into the POS invoice table rather, redirect page to index after insert, add button to print. Let's remove this. Okay. Let's remove this. Now I want to add something here that will tell the system to make the index page a dashboard. Okay. Okay. Redirect page to index after insert. Okay. Okay, let's do this way. Add dashboard to index.php, and this one that comes in. Add dashboard to index.php and redirect get the data using sorry, I have to remove this one. Get data using adjust method and send to PHP to insert. Insert all data into the invoice table. Redirect. I think the order still remains better. Redirect to index.php after insert. Let's just give it a different. Make okay. Add dashboard to, maybe I might okay, let's just leave it like this and then add. Let's trust that the system will build everything. So we don't, it's important not to overload the prompt with so much, right? So you to understand what it's doing line by line, right? It's important not to overload it. So let's leave the dashboard part and assume it will print it. It will create it. If it doesn't, then we'll add a line, after the entire build to add it for us. Okay. So let's leave it minimal like this, right? So let's read the script again, and then if there's no errors, we run it. Create a simple. Okay, let's just change this simple to complete. Right? Because the word simple may make it look simple, but complete make it look comprehensive. Create a complete Bootstrap invoice system to insert data into the database. Create Bootstrap HTML form to input customer detail, date sold, date, since we're no longer using this, so just need to a date here. Date, invoice date preferably. Invoice dates, invoice number, item, price, quantity, and total. Item, price, quantity, item, price, quantity, and total. Item, price, quantity, and total will be stored in invoice items table, right? Include Then include add row. Let's move this. Include add row button to add additional row. You understand what I mean by that? Is if you are done, maybe you have quite a number of maybe about 5 items for the invoice. After you add the second one, you need to add the second. After you add the first one, you need to add second, third. So this button is where you click to add second row, third row, fourth row, then the fifth row. Now include add row button to add additional rows. Add text area for remark. Add a subtotal tax discount amount and a grand total box to sum the total values. Subtotal tax discount and grand total will be stored in invoice in the invoice table, right? Yeah. Get the data using Ajax method and send to PHP to insert. Insert all data into the invoice. No, this has to go. Yeah, see, we have already said about this before. So, yeah. Redirect to index. Yeah. So if I'm trying to, if not, the system will confuse in the course of creating your application. Redirect to index after insert. Where is the dashboard I added? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. My system flicked. Where is the add dashboard to index.php? Sorry for that, please. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we agreed to remove it. Yeah, please. Sorry, it escaped my mind. We agreed to remove it. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry for that. We agreed to remove it. That in case it doesn't add it, we'll add it for. Yeah. Sorry for that, please. Okay. Now, the last thing here is give me HTML CSS give me HTML CSS, HTML, come on, CSS. What's flickering here? Let's start it again. Give me HTML, CSS, Ajax, and PHP codes. Okay. Yeah. Let's remove this. I need SQL code to create the invoice here, not sales. I need SQL code to create the invoice table, okay, and also the invoice item table. Although by default it's supposed to create it. To create the invoice and tables. Okay, now we are done here. Now let's run the application. So let's run it. Sorry, please. Let's run it. Okay, so good to go. I click. It's cooking, right? It's cooking. I don't know how long it's going to take to finish this, but not to consume much of our time, I'm going to pause the video, right? As you can see, it has started brewing. So I'm going to pause the video and let it do its work. When it's complete, I will come back. Okay, so let's pause the video. Okay, from what I can see here, the system is actually giving us a new way of building the stuff. As you can see, it has only done one, except it's building and compiling all into one, and now it's asking us to continue. So I click the continue button. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know the new method is building right now. This is not how mine was built. That is not completely how mine was built. And also we saw that the previous one, the experience system I built, this wasn't how it was built. Um, each page had its own box here, but it's like it's putting them together as one file so I can download and then extract the page, the each page content and create for myself. So let's allow it finish. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take. So once more, I will pause it, right? I will pause it, and when it's done, I will get back to us, right? Note, you need this to help you save time. It has helped me save time. After this invoice, I'm gonna create. We've already done expense. Then we're going to create a sales, right? We're going to create sales. After sales, we're going to create a chart. I did chart the other day, and it was awesome. I'm going to show how to create charts, right? And if you have an idea of something you want us to create, please feel free to share. So while it's still building, let me pause. Okay, it has finished. Okay, as you can see, that's finished. Okay, it paused again here, but the good thing is it has finished writing the codes. This is just a literature on how you can, they did just a kind of a literature, a documentation. Everything you see here, they're all documentations on how you should deploy the system, also giving us the description of what and what is involved. So here it says, talked about the invoice system. You see, it even created, from what it's saying here, it said invoice management dashboard, right? So it means, which probably means that it may have built that for us, right? So we don't really need to bother about this expert anymore because we have all our codes, right? So now let's get on board now and begin to couple the system, right? Let's get on board and we're going to couple it. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Now, to enable us to do that, I'm going to copy it completely into VS Code, and then gradually we copy and create the pages. Even though I can still do here because it gave comment on where each part starts. Like this is index, right? You can index start from here and runs down to let's see, to this point. Yes, index ends here, and then get invoice. So let's copy from here. Okay, so what I'll do first is I'll copy this down here. What happened? Down here. I'll cut it off. Oh, sorry, I can't cut because I thought so I'll come here. I'll delete the previous sorry, yeah, because the invoice I tried to do before didn't run, so let's overwrite it. There's no need keeping it there and occupying space. So I'll put it there. So the title of the project is Demo Invoice, okay? So I've overwritten the initial invoice we had. So I'll save this one. Then I go back to Claude. The next one here, please have to be careful. The next one here, I think I'll just start from here, which is get invoice detail, start from there and ends here. I'll copy that. It's called get invoice, right? And there's no get invoice here. So what I will simply do is okay, let me override this page, paste everything here, and then get the file name from this, and yeah, save it. Yeah, that is done. Okay. Then the next one is edit invoice. Edit invoice. So I'll copy edit invoice. What did you do? Wait. Okay. This is the HTML tag, and this is the head tag. And then body begins here. Okay, I get it. Yeah, go down. Okay, it ends here. Copy. Remember, we are talking about this is the, let's be sure. This is edit invoice, right? And it begins from this point, which I've selected. And then it goes down to this point here. So we go to our there's no invoice here, so there's no edit. So we'll create a new page, paste it, and then get the name of the file up there. It is important you save it using the file name it's assigned. Sorry for that, please. My phone decided to act up. It's important you use the file name it has given you, so you don't have issues when it comes to linking one file to the other when doing your implementation. Okay? So the next is what is happening right now? Okay. The next is update invoice. So we copy from here. Update invoice is also a full page of its own. Copy from here down to this point. Right. This is where update ends, and then I don't think we had update before, so we'll create a new page and put it there, and then go back to the top and copy the file name as it gave it, so we can use it to save the file. Okay, update invoice. The first other one was edit invoice. So we'll go back. Now this other one is create invoice. So we'll copy from there down to this point. So this is create invoice. We don't have create invoice before now. So we create a new and then go up. Sorry. Create invoice. All right. Then I don't know if I should say this is finally. Okay, this is save invoice. Okay, let's check this again. There's a get invoice there that Wait, we have to be careful here. I'm selecting this as save invoice. So let's scroll down gently. Yeah, I selected it from the beginning there. Okay, it ends here. Please, it ends here. Save invoice. Yeah, so new file. Copy it. Save invoice. Now, below that, we have get invoice. I almost missed that out, you know. So we copy it gently again. We scroll down gently. Yes, to this point. So this is get invoice. New. We save that. And we'll go back again. This is delete invoice. It's important we scroll down gently, else you may not know. Okay, delete invoice, we'll copy that. Go back to VS Code, paste it there. Okay, then we go back again. Remember, the last that I got there was delete invoice, right? Yeah, delete invoice. So this is the SQL table. So I believe that should be the last. Oh, okay. There's even view invoice here too. So but let's create the database by copying just this. To this. Okay. Now what did I name the database? I need to be sure what I named. Okay, the database name is POS4. Okay. That is the name of the database, POS4. No, sorry, POSDB4. Okay, so let's create. Okay, it's already there. Good. So we're going to use that to, we already have our POSD before. And now, good, we're going to create the two tables, invoice and invoice items. I'm going to create invoice table and invoice item tables, okay? So I click on go. Now, if you do not know how to use MySQL, this tutorial do not cover that. I would strongly suggest you learn how to use MySQL. I don't have any tutorial on that to recommend to us, and I don't think I'm going to create one. So I suggest you get onto YouTube and learn how to do that. Okay, so it has a file for us, which is called view invoice. I thought that had been done already, but if it hasn't been done, then we'll have to, we have not covered that. So let's cover view invoice table. We'll copy it. Oh, this did not complete. It did not complete that, but no problem. You can always review this. Now, the way I see Claude going, it's building something big. It's really Claude is building, but the script is far better than it was before, and as a result, whatever it's building, it's building big, and that takes a lot of our limit time. Whenever we're using the free version, much of our limit time is taken, right? So maybe in subsequent time, I'm going to upgrade, and I don't know how it's going to be for some of us. I decided not to upgrade so that you see that I've built everything I've built using the free version, which you too can do. But instead of me to be having limitations like this, I might need to upgrade, right, so that I can give us something much better. Okay, so let's so we're going to leave the view invoice for now, because as I can see, the code is not complete. You can see with me, it's not complete. It started here and ends here, and there's no that's actually what it was working on here, right? So we're going to deploy based on what we have, and after which we'll see if that will run for us. Okay, time is actually gone, but it's important we know what we're doing. So now let me run this. It's POS4B. Let me run it and see. What just happened there? Is there an index file there? Oh, tap. Okay, sorry. I was actually using a different folder. Meanwhile, the file was in a different folder. Okay. It's demo invoice. Demo invoice, actually, please. Demo invoice. Okay. What is it saying? I'm trying to get what it's saying right now. We have done create, delete, edit, get invoice detail. So print, save. So where does it want to get the okay, let's open the get invoice PHP and see what's about there. Yeah, this is the table. Okay, so let's run let's run this. Let's create let's create an invoice and see what it has for us. As you can see, this is the create invoice. This is the create invoice page. This is the create invoice page, as you can see here. So let's create one and see how it goes. Customer name. Remember, I changed it from customer ID to customer detail, right? Because we're working on invoice right now, not just POS. Okay. So customer name, customer phone number. You can put whatever you want. You can design it as you want. But for the purpose of this tutorial, instance, this is the invoice, and then item 1, the price. See, it already has 1 as a default for us. It has 1 here as a default quantity for us. So let's add price, right? And that's it. So we want to add item 2. Okay, let's change that to 1,000, and then this to 2,000. Here 10. So 20. Right, so let's just add item 3. Item 3 and 30. You see, as it adds each of them, the system sums it up. As you can see, there is room for remark. There is room for remark here. Now, this is a subtotal, which is these 3 summed together gives us this one. And now let's add a 10% discount. It's a 10% discount. And this is the tax amount for this 10%, right? If I make it 0, you see no task. Now, because I said 10%, now the total now becomes this. Now let's give a discount, right? So the discount, let's take off this amount here, put it here. So the person, the customer will end up paying 1 million, 1.5 million. 1.5 million. I hope this saves, right? So we'll save it. A JSON, okay. I think I'll be able to resolve this, right? But you can see it has given us very simple reason here. So the issue here is unknown token. So let's look at our save invoice. Save invoice token. Sorry, script. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course, to cover for this, 13, right? Okay, now let's look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, 12 because it didn't add the now, which will have made it 13. Now, the double, which is DDD, you are seeing, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's complete. This is complete. You have 5 fields that taking numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the strings are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is complete here. Now let's get back to this other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Now the first is integer, which is this one. Second is strings, which is this one. Third is double, which is price. Now quantity, I need to know what field was assigned to quantity. Okay. Let's check what quantity was it. Is it yeah, okay, integer. So only have price and total as for this. So we'll go back here. So, which is perfectly complete. Okay, I thought something that has to do with the statement, the binding here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total is that's plus total. Okay. Okay, it seems as though maybe a little time consuming trying to debug this. But a little time taking time to debug this. Let me go down again. Let me take this and look at the save button. The save. First, let me look at this and see if the errors. If I'm not able to debug that, then okay, it has taken it down for me. Okay, it's not there, but let me check the it says what again now? An error occurred. Let me see. An error occurred. An error occurred here. Okay. Which is okay. Here's my advice. I will. Our time is almost gone, and it's taken so much. So the important thing is we have gotten the message here. We can build our system using using Claude, right? As you have seen me do here, and trying to debug this right now will take me a little while. So I would suggest you take your time, go through it. Now, if it doesn't give you what you want, all you need to just do is clear this, create a new app, or rerun it again. If probably you try to run it and it's not running, right? Run it again, or if it doesn't run, then clear, create a new chart here, and run it afresh, right? So that we won't burn the whole day trying to resolve this. Okay, so in the next, I'm going to show us how to create a POS, and after which I'll show us how to create a chart. And if you have any other modules you want us to work on, anyone that comes to my head too, I will share with us, right? So I'm sure this has impacted on us, and if you've not subscribed or liked our content, please do. I don't really beg for that, but sometimes just necessary to remind in case it might be in your mind, but because you're carried by the content, you may forget. So if our content has made an impact and you want to see as we progress and creating more content, please do subscribe and give a thumbs up to the video, and see you in the next video. Thank you, and remain blessed as usual.